two-way player that you are, you know, on both ends. But when you when you looking at film, when you looking at film,
hey Raymond, you got to put
good, good job. Thanks for you worded that. That's not exactly what I emailed you, but close.
Yes, keep going.
when you looking at film, you know, trying to figure out a game plan, do you look at the offensive side of the ball or defense first?
You know the answer to that question. I appreciate you trying to set me up, but you know the answer to that question.
All right, Steph having fun with that. Obviously a battle of two of the best scorers in the game with Steph and Luka. JJ, I want to start with you here. Who would you rather have, though? Clutch moment, game on the line.
I just want to pause for 1 second.
Yeah.
Pat and I were talking about this yesterday, about Steph. He is an underrated defender.
He really is.
He's worked on it. He's active. He gets his hands on the basketball. He's led the league in steals before. Like, he actually takes defense as a challenge. So credit to him. You know,
so that wasn't a laughable question?
No, it's just awesome that he got acknowledged as being a two-way player because he's heard knocks against his defense for so long. One of the greatest compliments that I ever got as a player when people would be like, man, you're not that bad at defense. I mean, I don't know if that's a compliment.
Yeah.
People would say that. And I'm like, okay, all right, I'm not terrible. I like it. Thank you. To answer your question, Luka. I think the answer is Luka here. That's not to say I don't trust Steph in the clutch. The reality is he's 10 for 51 this season in the clutch from three-pointer. Luka has more game winners for his career. Pat Beverly knows this better than anyone. He's got a game winner in the playoffs, a little step-back three. I think it's Luka. I think the size matters. The ability to make passes if he gets double-teamed because of that size matters.
Yeah, that's not
I'd rather have Luka.
It's a very small sample size. It's only been what we've talked about earlier, 4 years. So it kind of be hard to kind of give him a crown of that after 4 years. All the work that Steph's put in, all the work that he's changed the game, literally changed the game. I got to go with Steph Curry. Easy, cool, easy, not even close.
Stephen A., where are you?
I agree with Patrick, with Bev right here. No. Let me explain something. You know, I've always been a fan of J.J. Redick because I always loved his ability to shoot the ball, particularly on the move, and I just love that about him. And I consider J.J. Redick to be one of the great shooters that we've seen in NBA lore, to be quite honest with you. There's a few up there with you, obviously, but I've always considered that, and I've told you that years ago, long before you ever came on TV. I consider Steph Curry to be the greatest shooter God has ever created.
Ever.
And a lot of times people talk, and they talk about him like he's somebody because he never captured a finals MVP or something like, this dude, he ain't getting it done. I will remind everybody, not just about the 3 championships, not just about the 5 trips to the NBA Finals. I would remind everybody that Steph Curry is a career 26-6-5 player in the postseason, shooting 45% from the field and 39.8% from three-point range. That's the career postseason number of Steph Curry. This brother is the greatest shooter God ever created. He can shoot from anywhere. The corner, the wing, the key, 20 feet, 30 feet, 40 feet, 50 feet. He can shoot with his eyes closed or wide open.
What's wrong,
he can
JJ?
shoot falling away, standing still. This brother is the greatest shooter ever. Ever. And then, by the way, the free throw line, you're talking about a dude that's a 90% free throw shooter. We look at Luka. Luka's pressure. Luka's big time, JJ. Luka's big time. Nobody's taking anything away. And obviously, as his career continues to ascend, we'll see his postseason prowess just continue to evolve and elevate. No shade on Luka whatsoever. I was watching y'all on Get Up an hour ago. And what's the thing you said, JJ? I mean, you're complimenting somebody, but in the world we live in, that means you throwing shade on somebody else. You're absolutely right. It's utterly ridiculous. I'm glad you were willing to call your contemporaries out with all of this sensitivity training that they evidently need, because you can't compliment somebody without somebody else taking it as an insult. We're not throwing any shade on Luka Doncic whatsoever. I'm simply elevating Steph Curry. And I'm telling you right now, when I talk, you got to remember something. Luka will hit clutch shots. But over the course of a series, what's his percentage going to be shooting from the field? What's it going to be from the free throw line? I think we both know Steph Curry is a more reliable dude than he is in that regard overall, and that's why I'm going with Steph.
Sound like you want to say something, JJ. I don't know why you're so hesitant when I said something last show.
Yeah, why are you so frustrated? Explain it to me, please.
Because Stephen A., he bobs and weaves. He bobs and weaves. You get him in a corner, he slips out. You get him in another corner, he slips out. And he gave a very nice, by the way, very nice 3-minute soliloquy about Steph Curry's greatness, which
it was actually 2 minutes and 15 seconds.
Not what we're talking about here, Stephen A. We're talking about having the basketball with the game on the line. That's what we're talking about. Steph Curry is an all-timer. He is the best shooter ever. He is a champion. He should have been Finals MVP in 2015. He's one of the greatest players ever. That's all a fact. We're talking about it right now in 2022. Who would you rather have with the ball, with the game on the line?
Steph.
It's clearly Luka Doncic. It's clearly Luka.
It's
Steph. Steph.
Guys.
Not even close.
Guys.
Steph.
Think about all the stuff. This is not a knock on Steph. Think about all the stuff that you have to do, all the people that you have to involve to get Steph Curry a shot at the end of the game. Think about all the action you have to run. You know what you have to do with Luka? You give him the ball.
That's
very
disingenuous.
And he's going to create a good shot. He did it twice in the regular season. They doubled. He kicked to Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie made the shot. Luka, the size matters. The size matters at the end of a game.
Not with Steph Curry. Not with Steph Curry. He breaks the realm of shooting when you talk about a player. And I understand movement. I understand how many players has to be involved with that. At the same time, you talk about a player that can take 2 dribbles over half court, pull that thing from the logo, and it's a great shot.
Well, JJ, let me call you out on something here because I would love for you to. Yeah. You're being completely disingenuous here. You know far better than me that systems matter. And what I'm saying to you is this. When you look at Steph Curry, it's not that he needs all of this involvement in order to get a shot off. He doesn't need it. They run their system that way. But you trying to tell me you haven't seen enough of Steph Curry with his ball handling skills, dance on somebody and launch a shot? He does it all the time. So the point is, you're saying your exact words were, look, do you have any idea how many people have to get involved? No, they choose to get those people involved, but they don't need to. We've seen Steph Curry show breakdown ability. You've seen that. You know that. So even though they run plays for him and get other people involved, they don't need to.
Stephen A. He's broken me down multiple times. I'm talking about the end of a game, under 2 minutes in a clutch situation. That is what I'm talking about. It's two different things.
No. I'm addressing your point. I'm addressing your point.
Yes.
Your point was, look at what they have to do. And I'm saying, they don't have to do it. They choose to do it to get you an easier shot, but they don't have to.
In Steph Curry's career, he hasn't had the same level of success in the clutch. That's just a fact. That's not my opinion. I can look at numbers and see that.
Historically, in Steph Curry's career, they haven't required that because they were winning significantly more than they were losing. They usually blowing people out.
You're acting like it happened 5 times. You're acting like it's happened 5 times. And it's only happened 5 times? We're talking about dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of times, Stephen.
We've seen Luka miss, too. We've seen Luka miss, too.
He absolutely
I'm not throwing any shade on Luka. I know that Luka's big time. I understand that. But I'm telling you, when you're talking about making a shot, even though Luka has been that dude, I believe in Steph Curry. And if
I believe in Steph Curry, too. I don't disbelieve in Steph Curry. My point is, you're going to create a better shot with size. It's that simple.
Okay.
Pat, who would you rather be guarding?
That's a tough one. That's a good one, too.
Thank you.
I want both of them. It don't matter to me. It don't matter to me, honest. I'm going to be honest. They're both tough. I've found a way to be successful against both of them, so it don't matter to me.
All right. Like splitting hairs on that?
No.
Okay.
It don't matter to me.
We're getting a quick commercial break here, fellas. All right,
let's do it. Is it all right with JJ? I mean, he's sitting in that seat. Is it okay with him? Is it all right with him?
I haven't decided, so I have Southern Steve. Now I think he's going to be Esteban. I can't decide if it's that or Tony Montana for the rest of the show.
Esteban, not Esteban.
It's not.
Esteban.
No, it's not. It's Esteban.
No. That's how they pronounce my name in South Beach. Esteban. Esteban.
Who's
Not
they?
Esteban.
I always
All right.
want to know in Stephen A's mind who this they is that he speaks of. All right, let's get into
He's
commercial
got his
break.
ear to the streets.
Still ahead on First.